So you guys were over at Saddleback for some odd reason.
Well, we go over once in a while just to make sure it's still there.
Yeah, and how was the ride back?
Oh, delightful! Yeah,
Delightful.
that's right. Yeah.
My understanding is
Didn't you go over twice?
It was so nice we did it twice.
And why did you do it twice?
It's like I was riding the lift a couple of years ago, and some guy who'd been up here back when I was here, and he said, "Geez, remember that night we went to Meganic?" And I said, "I remember one night we went to Meganic twice.
I've been
only 50 miles."
I've been twice in one night in the Red Stallion.
Maybe the same night, Donald.
Well, no. What you guys? You got halfway back and halfway to the transfer station and came back?
Yeah, but I was responsible for driving today, of course, because I bought the gas.
Yes.
And
I'm shocked at that.
But and my skiing partner was responsible for the equipment.
Yes.
So we got back about to the Dallas Road, on the road between Stratton and Rangeley, and we had organized everything pretty well, except we had left our skis and poles at Saddleback. So
Kids, this is a prime example why not to do what they've done. This is because you can
get
grow
old.
up.
Get old.
Yeah,
That's right.
You can
Yeah,
grow up
die
to
young.
be just like us.
The message is die young. He's saying.
When I was real young, I told this story a bunch of times. Of growing up in Bangor and
You grew up?
I did. Well, when I was younger and growing up, well, living in Bangor, they used to have Bud Levitt used to have this show on.
Valderie.
And we'd watch it because it was a good song, and we'd talk about outdoor stuff, and we were all kind of interested in outdoor stuff. But they used to bring this guy over from Sugarloaf, and they'd plow the snow up in the parking lot. Name of John Christie. And we used to go over there to watch because we thought he invented the stem Christie, the turn, the stem Christie.
What do you mean you thought?
We used to go and watch him take
someone who does not think that?
2 turns on a snowbank.
Yeah, Mount Hildreth.
Mount Hildreth.
And they bulldozed all the snow in the parking lot.
Mount Hope Avenue, right?
Yeah, and that was, no, that's LBC's on Mount Hope.
Yeah.
It was out by the Pilot's Grill.
Yeah.
At least that was our first
Right.
stop after we did the show. But they bulldozed it. It was Bud's idea that we ought to get people interested in skiing, and maybe you could give them some lessons there. And so, but that was before videotape, so we had to do it live, and it was. Bud was a big deal between 6 and 6:30 on Saturday nights, outdoors with Bud Levitt. I mean, and I still go in Aroostook County. Apparently, there's nothing else to do Saturday nights back then in Aroostook.
Lawrence Welk on.
They say, Jason, weren't you on the Bud Levitt show?
Oh,
So we used to, and we had, there weren't remote microphones either. So I had this microphone with this cord.
I remember.
So I climbed up there. Yeah, I skied across it and cut it off once doing a stem turn. I did one whole 15-minute instruction with my fly open. I mean, the world of live television.
Stretch pants.
It was great fun.
Stretch pants.
I'll tell a quick story.
Yo, please do.
About
You got time.
that.
Really?
And we did
Try.
that.
Go ahead and try.
We did that for four years. It was it was sponsored by the Chevron gas people because they gave me this great big bowl at the end of one of those years in appreciation for what. The last year I did it. Jill, my wife, was a very good skier. So I had the sense, after having done it for 3 years, that the 4th year I sat inside and talked about what she was doing out on the hill outside.
Right.
But there was always the possibility, being a live show, that it was that it might be raining or something, and we couldn't do the show outside. And sure enough, about the 3rd year I was doing the show, it was a rainy Saturday night. We couldn't do it. So we were sitting in the studio there, and Bud went on and began his show, and he said, "Now we're very fortunate tonight because we've got this ski pro here, and he's going to be able to answer any questions that you might have about skiing. We're very lucky, and this is great. We're glad it rained because we've been waiting for 3 years now when we'd have the opportunity for this man's wisdom to share with you. So call in." Well, nothing happened. So Bud went on about something. He said, "Well, we got to go to break." So we came back from break. He said, "No, this is going to be the last segment here. Only 15 minutes to get the knowledge from this ski pro here."
We've only got 8.
And so nothing happened. Then finally the phone rang. So he pushed the button and he said, "Hello, you're on the air." And this voice on the phone said, "Hey, Christy." I said, "Yeah, what can I tell you?" And he said, "How's the fishing out in Pushaw Pond?" Where the hell's Pushaw Pond?
Well,
that was my ski instruction.
well, I have another senior moment story from this
perfect,
week.
perfect.
Just so you know, that wasn't the only time. I was riding up Timberline with two nice ladies from New Jersey.
They
this
got the
week.
short straw on that one. Didn't
Yeah, well, and so all of a sudden the lift stopped, and
Strange.
of course I had my helmet on, and the wind is whistling, and I thought they said, "Are we stopping here?" And I said, "God, I hope not." And they kind of laughed nervously and kind of inched away. And I said, "Well,
Anyone would.
maybe I misunderstood your question. What was your question?" And she said, "I asked you, are you from here?"
Actually, he thought she said, "Do you have any beer?"
Peter, have you been skiing this year?
I'm waiting for that skier behind the back to open.
Have you been out at all?
I have. I've skied several days.
Really?
Yes. You might find that hard to
I
believe.
do find that hard to believe.
I do. I try to
No,
ski by
what time
myself.
you get-
What time you-
I've
first
skied with
tracks?
Peter.
Really?
I'll vouch for it. I've
Oh,
skied
first-
with Peter this winter.
I'm
Yeah,
bashful.
or skied ahead of him.
Do you
this
have one of
winter.
those passes to ski with us? You know, the folks early in the morning? Because that's
Fubi's
tomorrow.
got-
Tomorrow
no.
morning.
No, it's only
No,
for
Sonny,
track.
ski in the
special
dark.
people.
Ski in the dark with rich people.
That's my line.
That would be me, yeah.
I watch Meet the Press.
Don's question with those ladies riding up the lift when they asked him if he lived here. I had a wonderful question from a lady. A couple of winters ago, I was riding up the lift, and she kept kind of looking over at me, and then finally she was emboldened to say, she said, "Didn't you used to be John Christie?" I think
How do you answer that?
well, I said, "I think I still am." And she said, "Oh, I meant, did you used to be here?"
On weekends.
Forget it.
You've been out.
Yes, excuse me. I have been.
I lost $5 on that one.
No, I've skied.
Yep.
I look forward a lot of mornings to skiing.
Yeah.
A lot of mornings I don't look forward to skiing. I always wonder about these guys who are here all the time, like Fowler and you guys, during the week when there are not big crowds.
Yeah.
And it's 20 below zero, and you're out sumo wrestling to get on the first chair. Why?
Because Bill Hafley's there.
Well, that's true. But wait for another
We have nothing
hour.
else.
It might go up to 10 below, and then the snow's still there.
Well, you know, I've always found since grooming started to become grooming that
When was that?
After I left.
yes, after well, they used to pack, they used to roll, and now it's
And then they had the chain link fence.
yeah.
No, the bed spring. We started with a bed spring the first time, dragging a bed string around the beginner slope.
But you made the people get off finally.
No, we found it worked better if you left the people in the bed.
I get this bad habit because of my sailing in the summer. I'm always up at the crack of dawn anyway, and so I'm up. And so what else am I going to do? So I'll come up and
You groom.
No, I get up there, and I've always found that the groom trails. It just seems to be. I enjoy that 8:30 to 9:30, 10 o'clock time for skiing. That's me. I mean, other people don't, but I've always found that to be.
Oh, I'm with you. No, and so is Donald.
If I ski
He's
that early,
he's an anomaly.
if I
pick
ski
up-
that early, I wear a disguise.
As well, you should.
I do.
'Cause
It'd be
people-
bad.
I
It's
wear-
bad
I
for
wear
the-
it for a
bad-
lot of
bad
things,
for your
too.
image.
Right,
that,
right.
yeah.
Somebody thought I was
Like a gorilla suit.
But you know,
As one
and
example.
there's some awful. There's some wonderful stories being told, and some great. I mean, there's a group of people that do that early in the morning, and it's
Well, that's
it's
called
become a social-
reconstructing yesterday.
Yeah. And you can believe about
Or last night.
5% of it.
Yeah, well, there's no reason to ruin a good story with
Be in the
that.
locker room crowd.
But in the locker room.
I had planned to burn my hair off last night.
And you did.
Yeah, I did. I got most of it off. It's like long night drinking B-52s are on fire. Woke up the next morning, looked in the mirror, and half my mustache was gone. And I had planned to do it.
Not last night.
No, it was a couple weeks ago. It was a
The mention
holiday.
of Bill Hafley reminds me of a
Right.
story, another,
Of course. Well,
not
we
exactly a
got
senior moment,
2 minutes.
but I was riding up with the on the lift with Bill Hafley, who was between me and a racer who was a big race that weekend, and I guess as it turned out it was Lindsey Vaughn, but
Right.
I couldn't see beyond Bill Hafley, who's recovering from anorexia quite well, and so I got off the lift and.
That's not very nice.
And Peter Weston came over to me and said, "Do you know who you just rode up the lift with?" And I said, "Yeah, Bill Hafley."
That's enough.
Yeah. And there's nobody more important than that.
Not that day.
Great man.
Well, speaking of burning your hair off, weren't you?
I told my kids I was never an example.
One
I
of
was
the
a warning.
one of the great nights of my life was a bachelor party that was held for me in Billy Blake's A-frame, right at Oh My Gosh Corner. You know, when you come around,
Right, yeah.
right on the right is Billy Blake's A-frame. And we had the bachelor party there, and two things happened that night. The first thing, which wasn't so much fun, they had a got in a casket somewhere. And they put me in a casket and took me down and put me in the Carabasset River, which seemed like a good idea at the time, apparently, to them.
Refrigerators off the dump.
But
caskets
later that
Self-contained.
later that night, our beloved late past owner of the bag, Billy Jones, was
It's not late.
a party. Our good friend Billy Jones was part of the group that was there, and he there was a great big gas floor furnace in the middle of Billy Blake's A-frame's probably still there. And Billy Jones, sometime in the night, I guess it was too hot, he thought, so he'd pretty much disrobed, and then he fell asleep, as we call it, on the floor furnace.
Billy did.
Yeah, and to
This is a great story.
if you've ever seen a large person like Billy Jones look like a waffle, he had all the waffle marks from spending the night sleeping on Billy Blake's floor furnace.
He still has.
It's
one.
not a pretty picture.
And that'll be a fun thing for everybody when they go in the bag to tell them.
That's
What's
right.
VHS?
Yeah,
They should be back and
and
forth.
Billy, I don't think that's a story I've never told before.
And there's reasons for that.
That's right. Well, his attorney is sitting next to me. That may be one reason.
I'll let him know
But
you
I'm
were thinking
I'm too
about
old. What do I care?
Right. So first tracks tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Cold. It'll be cold.
Yep.
Get the face,
Oh,
the
yeah.
mask,
Can't wait.
everything
Hopefully,
else.
hopefully it'll be windy.
And
Yeah,
you know-
well, yeah. Yeah.
We got 1 minute to go, and then we're going to and I give my first tracks. I go up there, come out.
We'll
what
see
the
you there.
experience is.
Absolutely.
We'll
Yep.
have lots of fun with it.
Yep.
Lots of fun with it. Well,
They're open on Sundays.
yes, they are. Yeah, and
They
you know,
do.
I learned another thing. The lifts are open past lunch too.
That I can't believe it.
Thanks, guys, for coming in. It was
Thank you.
Thank you, Kip.
Yeah, oh, it's always a hoot.